Hey there, my friend, it's your girl Steph Perez, and welcome to today's video. So last week, my business did just over $3,000 for the week, and I wanted to take an opportunity to break down for you all of the elements that played a role and contributed to my growth last week and to the results that I got last week. What I really love about the flow of my business at this point is that I'm creating very repeatable systems and very repeatable processes inside of my business where it's not just about, doing something to get a really quick win or to get a really quick result and then not knowing if it's going to be repeatable for the weeks to follow. But everything I'm doing at this phase of my business, I'm creating so that I can build up my passive income over time in my business. So yeah, there are things that I do on a daily basis that are like active marketing strategies, but the active marketing strategies that I'm deploying, they're actually setting up my business for long-term passive income. And so I'm going to break down the elements of my business, walk you through like what I actually did last week to get the results that I got and to really help you understand like what it takes and what you want to consider if you're very serious about making money online and growing an online business in this wonderful digital marketing space. So again, last week my business did just over $3,000 in revenue. And what's really cool about the money in my business is that everything I sell, I earn 100% profit. So my revenue pretty much is my profits as well, which is really, really dope. So the first thing that I did was I set my income goal. I went into the week, I so vividly remember I was laying in my bed on Sunday night and I was thinking about the money I earned the first week in my business of January. And I said, you know what, this week going forward, I'm going to double what I earned last week, right? So whatever I earned the first week, I was going to double that amount in the second week. And then I was like, and how cool will that be if I take that number and then I double that for the third week earnings, and then I take third week earnings and I double that for my fourth week earnings. So we're not talking about cumulative. We're talking about like literally doubling the amount I earned the first week and deciding to earn that amount the second week and going forth throughout the entire month. Well, I ended up doing more than that in my second week. And it's because literally like I just vividly remember laying there in bed thinking this, knowing exactly what that number needed to be. And then on Monday, as I just walked into my business, it was like a knowing that I had. I wasn't even like, I didn't even second guess whether or not that number was going to be, able to happen or whether it was going to be real, or I was just like, that's just what it's going to be. And I just began to put the work ahead of me. And I think that plays such an important role is because I wasn't doubting myself. I didn't spend a bunch of time wondering if it was going to happen or wondering if I had enough activity. I just knew that I was going to make it so. So that was the very, very first thing that I did was I set my income goal. And I recommend every person set their income goal like week after week and focus on that target. Don't focus on what you're going to do for the entire year or even for the entire quarter, but focus on that week's intention. And I just believe it just sets you up to actually hit it because you're narrowing your focus. You're not focused too broadly. You're focused so narrowly on the week that's right in front of you, which allows you to take things day by day. The second thing that I did was I set my content plan. So I do everything on YouTube in terms of my content. And so I thought about what I was going to do for shorts. I thought about what I was going to do for uploaded content. And then I thought about what I was going to do for live streaming. So I knew I had to be very, very intentional with my content creation and paying attention to what I was going to be doing on YouTube. Number 3, I knew what I was selling. So out of everything that I could sell inside of my business, I have like 13 income streams. Because I knew that my goal was pretty big, I knew that I had to sell something that was going to allow me to sell the least amount and be able to earn the most. And so I set my business up for that. In all of my content, right, that is what I talked about. I gave call to actions for that particular product in my YouTube videos, in my YouTube live streams. I knew my YouTube shorts would send people back to my channel that were interested in knowing more about what I had to offer. So my YouTube shorts kind of, built the curiosity around this thing that I was talking about. Everything that I did, right, I made sure that the call to action was for my actual bigger ticket product inside of my business where I earn $500 every single time someone says yes and they actually want to buy it. So again, I had to be intentional. Out of everything I could sell, right, I decided to focus in on the one that was going to give me the most bang for my buck and help me with the outcome that I would desire. Again, so many people don't think about things like this, right? They want to earn thousands a week, but yet they're selling like a $25 item. And not that there's anything wrong with a $25 item, but you also have to like judge like how big is your audience, and is it really possible that you could sell, you know, hundreds of them, right, in one single week to help you hit your goal? Or would you rather position yourself where you could actually earn a lot more money and it only takes a handful of people for you to be able to hit your goals? Those are really, really important things to consider, right, when you're growing your business and you desire to hit really big, substantial goals in your business. And again, what I love is that because I leverage YouTube, it's like I'm building for passive income, because there's content that I've created that, you know, like last week I made money from content that I had created weeks prior. Like that's pretty freaking dope, right? So it's like it's active activities I'm doing, but yet they're yielding passive results, because once I create them, they have the ability to make me money over and over and over again. All right. On top of that, right, I grew my email list every single day. So because of my content on YouTube, I grew my email list of people that raised their hand wanting to know more about what I had to offer inside of my business. So in this particular instance, they were requesting information, right, about the digital marketing course that I sell in my business. So I grew my email list, which is powerful because that's another way for me to communicate with people and make more sales and make sure they have all the information that they need and follow up with people and all of the things that, again, contribute to more sales. So I absolutely made money, right? Some of those sales were because people were on my email list and they could just simply hit reply, ask me a question, I could answer their question, and then they could go on and take action. I really hope you're taking notes on these things, all right? Because like the bigger money doesn't just happen by accident. You build foundations for the bigger money to happen inside of your business. You do very specific tasks inside of your business, like on a daily basis, and it builds that foundation, right, for the bigger months ahead that you want to experience inside of your business. All right. Number 6, I responded to every single comment and every single email. All right. So as I was creating content and as people were, you know, responding and commenting and responding to my emails, I took the time to respond to every single person. And even with those responses, I was very assumptive in that, hey, like, let's get you started, right? But a lot of that was because I was dealing with people that were expressing a strong interest and desire in what it was that I was doing. So it was easy to kind of like navigate that conversation or usher that conversation right into like, I would love to be your mentor. I would love to help you. Like this course would be really great for you. So I paid attention to my business, which is something that over the years, I didn't always do. I didn't always respond to every email. I didn't always comment or reply to every comment. I was just kind of sometimes a little bit lazy, or I just wasn't paying attention. But last week, again, very, very hyper focused on what was going on inside of my business. And I made sure that I touched base with every single person that, you know, raise their hand for my attention. You never know what money you're leaving on the table by ignoring people or thinking that you're too good or too big to answer someone's question, or to simply tell someone, thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for finding value, you know, in this piece of content. You never know where that's going to lead. All right. And even with YouTube Shorts, I had people that were leaving me comments wanting to know more, and I just directed them back to my website where, guess what? They became a lead in my system. Do you see what I'm saying? Like all of this works so hand in hand. All right. The next thing that I did was I gave call to actions in everything that I did. And I kind of talked about that earlier. With every single thing that I did, I was very assumptive. In my video content, I let people know where to go to learn more. I was always leading people. I was always telling them where to go, why they want to go. And my email list, the same thing. I sent out emails every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. You know, making sure they had all the information, letting them know about promos that I was running, and again, ushering them back over to my website where they can make the buying decision. And because of some of my email marketing decisions that way, guess what? I made sales directly from those emails because I sent very direct emails. People responded to those emails. And I was able to separate the curious from the serious, and those that were serious, I ushered them into, right, the decision-making process of saying, yes, like I want to do this. I'm ready to go, right? And there you go. So for every yes last week, right, I earned $500, right, from selling the course that I decided to sell last week inside of my business. Now, here's the really, really interesting thing that I think is so important. So even if you are like newer to all of this, or you're just getting started, half of the sales that I generated last week were for people that just became aware of me. Like they did not even know that I was a thing weeks prior. They just became aware of me because of the content that I was creating on YouTube. And then the other half were people that were either on my email list for quite some time, had requested information and finally decided to buy, or people that have been watching my content for quite some time. All right. So I think that's really, really, really important, to know so that you can actually like either gauge your own business if you're not getting these kind of results, or if you're on the outside looking in and you're like, I want to get started making money online. Like I didn't gatekeep in this instance. Like I told you exactly what I did, how I thought, the flow of my business, like what I'm building, what I'm creating, and even what I'm selling, right, to contribute to the money that I earned last week. Now, even though I earned the bulk of my money, right, through the course that I sell in my business, I also earned additional passive income from my digital product store, where I had people buy all of the products in my store for $149. I had some people buy individual products in my store where I earned $14, $57, so forth. And so I had, and here's the fun thing about that store is just in descriptions, right, in a couple of my videos on YouTube. So people just went there from watching my content and decided to make these buying decisions. So let's actually talk about like what you really want to know about getting yourself set up and your business set up so that you can begin to get these kind of results for yourself. It does take a decision for you to decide to get your business set up for online business success. There are things you got to know. There are things you got to get set up. You've got to decide to show up. They're just things that you got to know, because none of this just happens by chance or because you want them to happen, right? You've got to be very, very intentional. All right. So let's talk about the areas that you want to focus on when growing an online business and setting yourself up for making money online. Number one, you don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but get intentional about your goal setting. Know your target at all times. Know your target. Be set up to hit that target. Make sure all roads lead to the goal and to the target, right? So always know your target and know your goal and be very, very intentional about it, all right? For me, I put a lot of meaning around why I wanted to double up my money from one week to the other. And my mindset was, well, what if I just keep this routine going? Like, what if every single week I just keep doubling up, right? I have a really big goal for the first quarter of the year. And so it's important that my business experience exponential growth in that way. I don't have time to stair step. I don't have time to crawl, right? I need the exponential growth. Well, if I don't get intentional about the goals that I set and about the targets that I want to hit and why they're so important to me, then guess what? I'm just kind of leaving myself open for whatever happens. And I'm unavailable for that, right? I want to get very, very precise, right? With what I want, what I'm going for, and creating plans to hit it. So number one, get intentional about what you want, your goals and your targets. All right. Number two, you got to create content. Content is the backbone of your business. Now you might be like, Steph, I am not trying to hear doing YouTube videos. You don't have to, right? There are plenty other platforms and formats out there that you can leverage to grow your business. So if you take the same mindset and attitude that I did about YouTube and did it on Pinterest or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, guess what? You too could set yourself up for success. But you got to decide to have a content creation and distribution goal working for you. All right. That's going to be like the start of your business. That's how people are going to become aware of you. So remember when I said there were people that bought from me last week, became customers, but did not know I existed weeks prior. It's because of content. So the beautiful thing when you choose your content right is that, yes, you're doing your content on a daily basis, but then your content begins to work for you because you get the residual effects of people discovering your content possibly long after you created it. And that's why I love YouTube, because YouTube has that effect. Pinterest has that effect. There are a couple other platforms that have that effect as well. But I've been all about YouTube from day one, and it's because YouTube does have that residual effect. The next thing you want to focus on is lead generation. You heard me mention that I built my email list, right? And some of my sales happened because I had an email list, right, to communicate with. You want to make sure, no matter what platform you choose, that you are using the platform to create awareness, to grow your audience on that platform. But then when someone is interested in what you have to offer, you want to make sure that you are capturing their information and that you are building your own database of leads or of people that are interested in what you have to offer. That's going to increase your chances and your opportunities of making more money on the back end. Let me just share this really fun stat. The very first year that I hit over $100,000, it was $108,000. $86,000 of that money came directly from people that were on my email list. So these were people that had watched YouTube videos, and for whatever reason, they just weren't ready to buy at that instant. They joined my email list, and then sometime throughout that year, they became a customer in my business. So out of $108,000, right, that my business earned, $86,000 of it came from my email list. So you want to make sure that you are using the platform that you choose to create awareness, to build your audience, and to get people kind of like knowing more about what you have to offer. But then you want to pull the serious off of your platform and invite them into your world, aka your email list, where they can actually learn more about what you have to offer. Don't leave money on the table by not building your email list. All right. The next element is marketing and traffic, right? So through the things that we do, through our YouTube content or our Pinterest content or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, through that content, right, we are also marketing to them, right? The sales process begins through the content that we create. And through that marketing, whether it be through our social platforms or whether it be through our email list, we're sending people right off to learn more about what we have to offer. So we have to learn how to get really, really good at marketing and appealing to people's senses, understanding their pains, understanding what it is that they want, because the buying process, no matter what you like, right, the buying process begins the moment someone begins to connect with your content. All right, so you want to begin appealing to them and connecting with them sooner versus later. And you want to get really, really good at getting them to take action, leaving that platform and like going over to your website to learn more about what you have to offer, going over to your store to make a purchase, joining your email list to learn more. You've got to get really, really good at moving people along. All right. The next thing is you want to have a follow-up and or a community build plan in place. So you might have heard earlier where I said I use YouTube as a way of growing my business. I had a YouTube plan for my content plan. Part of that is live streaming, and that is where I do a lot of great following up, building know, like, and trust, and building my community. So yes, believe it or not, I make quite a bit of money from my live streams because I give people another opportunity to hang out with me, have conversations, dive deeper on the topics that I talk about, build up deeper know, like, and trust, and of course, facilitate more sales. Also, through my email list, I do follow up through there as well. Right? I have email sequences set up so that when someone opts in, they automatically get emails dripped out to them over a span of days. I send regular broadcasts out to them, building deeper know, like, and trust, providing value, and again, ushering them along the buying decision. Because the way I look at it, right, if someone joins my email list, they got to be interested in what I have to offer. Right? And so if they're interested, it means they have a pain point and they believe that my business can solve that pain. And so I want to make sure that I remind them every single day, hey, you had this pain, here's how we solve it. Right? And so it's just a part of marketing. All businesses do it. Macy's, Bath and Body Works, Runner's World. Just go check your email, right? You're going to see all kind of emails that you get from major brands and major companies, right? Temu, Fashion Nova, right? They darken your email inbox every single day with messages to sell you, right, on what you are interested in, right, from them as a store or them as a company. We are no different. Right? Like that's how you set your business up to have these kind of weeks. You got to start thinking of yourself as a bigger business or as a bigger brand and not just some like little podunk person, right? Trying to make a few bucks right here. You got to set yourself up for the success that you desire. Okay. These are the money moves, right? That get you into that space of earning thousands of dollars a week inside of your business, right? And progressing up. All right. And then the last thing is you want a monetization plan, right? So I don't just have one way of making money inside of my business, right? I have 13 to 15 ways of making money inside of my business. And so I have a money getting plan set up where it's like at all times, I know what I'm offering, when I'm offering, what I offer after other things. Like I always know like where my money is coming from and what I should be selling at any given point in time to maximize either my content or to maximize the live stream or to maximize whatever it is that I'm doing, right? I always know what I'm selling. So I give my business many, many opportunities to make money. And again, when you follow these steps and you do begin to build community and you do begin to build know, like, and trust, and you're the one showing up on your accounts like every single day and people begin to love you and they want to do business with you, oftentimes what happens is that a customer, right, will decide to buy from you multiple times, right? So I've had many of my customers like buy the digital marketing course from me and then they'll buy other digital products so that they can sell them inside of their business, or they'll buy the entire store from me, or they'll buy an affiliate offer from me for a tool they've got to use in their business, right? And the money just keeps on stacking. So you want to make sure you definitely have a monetization plan inside of your business as well, because it's going to set you up to actually make more money. And some of the money I earned last week was from exactly that. They were people, right, that either found my digital store out there and bought from it, or they were people that were already in my world as customers and they decided to upgrade themselves by buying additional products and services that my business recommends and or sells. So I really, really hope this could shed some really helpful insight into the elements that contributed to me earning just over $3,000 last week alone, the thought process behind my business, and really getting you to like see how this all works together and how you can make it so for yourself. That's why I wanted to handle that last bit so that you now know how to think about your business. And if you're not versed on these things, or you don't know how to create content, you don't know how to put together a monetization plan, maybe you don't have a strong plan for making money in your business, or maybe you're just getting started in all of this, I wanted you to have a heads up so you can set fair expectations about what this is all about and how you can make it so for yourself. Because believe it or not, it's not about the person making the money. Like, me making the money means nothing to you if I'm not going to show you the way and let you know what's involved so that you can get your share as well. You know what I'm saying? So many people are out there doing it. They're flaunting their success, but they're not telling you up front what it actually takes so that you can decide if this is the route you want to go in for yourself. So I hope I've shed some light. I hope I've set strong expectations on like how you can make this real for yourself. And let me tell you something, you can absolutely start from exactly where you are right now. That's one of the reasons why I sell the digital marketing course that I sell inside of my business, because it has really 3 fantastic elements. Number 1, it's going to help you learn digital marketing and the business of online business from complete scratch. It's going to help you get set up for online business success by giving you everything that you need to get out there and begin selling and making money. It's going to teach you how to market. It's going to teach you how to promote. It's going to teach you about all of these platforms that I talked about here today. It's going to help you create opportunities for yourself. So whether you want to go out there and create your own products, your own services, or you have your own business idea you want to run with, you got to learn how to use the internet as a place of business if you want to make money with that idea, right? Or if you're like me, when I first got started, I didn't know how I wanted to make money online. And so the thing that I learned from happened to be the first thing that I sold inside of my business. And so with this course, we give you something called master resale rights, which allows you to sell the course as your own, which allows you to pocket $500 every single time someone buys the course from you. Hot, right? Just go ahead and comment hot if you're feeling me. And then the final element is ownership. So in this instance, you're not just buying a login, you actually get to own the actual course. When you pop over to my link down below in the description, I'll put it up on the screen as well. When you pop over there and you put in your information, there's actually a video on my page that's going to break down exactly what master resale rights are, what this course is all about, how you can get your hands on it, and how you can begin to learn and also earn from this course. All right. And you're also going to be tapped into my community where I give you additional mentorship and additional guidance and additional support to help you on this journey so that you are not in business all by yourself. All right. So go ahead and get the information down below if you're wanting to get started with making money online. Remember, you can start from exactly where you are right now if you are willing to, number 1, invest in yourself, and number 2, follow very, very simple instructions On Tuesdays, I have office hours for my community where my Zoom room is open and people can just pop in and ask me questions. And one of my newer customers popped in, like she literally just got started either Thursday or Friday. Today's Tuesday, and she already has her business set up. She is already in a position to be able to resell this course as her own and pocket $500 every single time that she does. Now all she's doing is just circling back through the actual training, right? And learning about how to actually market and how to promote it and how to do the things that I talked about in here. That's exciting, right? So all of us have to get a start. All of us have to start someplace. But I'm going to tell you, the fastest way to start is by making sure that you are starting with the training so that you understand how all of this works and you set yourself up for success, right? Don't just throw your money around and don't just go out there free 99ing your success, watching all of these off the wall videos. Allow videos like this, right? To like set the stage for you, right? And to usher you into an environment that's going to be conducive to your success. All right. So I got your back. All you got to do is take the first step. All right. So you can find out more about this amazing digital marketing course with master resale rights and how you can actually lock in mentorship and support to help you along the way. The link will be down below in the description and also put it up on the screen as well. I really hope that you are leaving better. I hope you're leaving inspired, and I hope that you are excited about the prospects ahead of you of making 2024 a year to remember if you're wanting to get set up for online business success, if you're wanting to start making money online, and you're ready to make a real go at it. Also, make sure you do subscribe and click on notifications so as I upload new content on a daily basis, you can be kept in the know, in the flow, right, and a part of my community. It's your girl, Steph Perez. I will see you in my next video, and or I look forward to welcoming you to the community. Bye-bye.